Every year, millions of dollars meant for retirees sit untouched, and the only thing standing between seniors and their money is a wall of government forms, hold music, and bureaucratic friction. If you spend time online, you've probably seen the videos. They claim financial institutions and local governments are illegally charging seniors up to $9,200 a year in hidden fees. Let's set the record straight. These fees are not illegal. They are standard billing practices. What is true is that if you are over 65, you have a legal right to opt out of them. The catch is that the system runs on bureaucratic silence. Institutions default to charging you, and they assume you will not proactively ask for the exemption. This chart shows the real dynamic at play. Instead of fighting imaginary corporate crimes, we need to look at this as a practical calculation. Does the financial return actually justify the administrative headache? We are going to audit the 7 major senior exemptions available right now, line by line, to see exactly which ones are worth your time and which ones you should ignore. Capturing these savings requires a simple choice, deciding if the effort of navigating paperwork and customer service queues is worth the financial payout at the end. To evaluate these, we use this quadrant chart. We map the financial impact on the vertical axis against the bureaucratic friction, the time and annoyance required, on the horizontal axis. For retirees who own their homes, the property tax exemption is the heaviest hitter on the board. Claiming it requires proving your primary residence and navigating highly specific rules dictated by your local county assessor's office. You have to locate the right forms, gather your documents, and submit them before strict deadlines. The reward is freezing or significantly reducing the largest annual expense of homeownership. The trade-off is that many counties require you to recertify every single year. Miss a notice in the mail, and your taxes spike back to the baseline. We place 2 more programs right next to property taxes: the state tax exemption on retirement income and the Medicare savings program. Both demand rigorous proof. You will need to coordinate across multiple state agencies, pull past tax returns, and verify that your income falls below strict, exact thresholds. But the math is hard to ignore. If you qualify, you can completely eliminate your Medicare Part B monthly premiums and shield your pension or 401k withdrawals from state taxes. These 3 exemptions easily represent thousands of dollars in retained capital every year. You just need a high tolerance for state bureaucracy to capture them. Next, we look at federal mandates. These require far less paperwork, but they demand precise strategic planning to execute correctly. Look at this graph showing the 2026 Medicare Part D changes. Rising out-of-pocket prescription costs now hit a hard legal ceiling at exactly $2,000, and then flatline for the rest of the year. The input required here is minimal. You simply need to review your Part D plan during the open enrollment period to make sure it aligns with your specific medications. The hurdle is network verification. As this chart splits into 2 paths, you see the danger. If your preferred pharmacy isn't considered in-network by your specific plan, those costs break right through the ceiling and keep climbing. You guarantee 0 copays after you hit the cap. The cost is that you might have to abandon a long-time local pharmacist and switch to a larger chain to stay in network. This mandate takes unpredictable, potentially ruinous medical expenses and turns them into a fixed, manageable number. You just have to proactively verify your pharmacy network to lock it in. Finally, we return to the chart to look at the low-hanging fruit. These are the private sector and local tasks that require almost 0 paperwork. Down in the low-effort, low-impact corner, we have bank maintenance fees and notary fees. Private banks don't advertise this, but a single 15-minute phone call to request a senior account tier will permanently stop their monthly nickel-and-dime charges. Moving slightly up the impact scale, we find utility discounts, driven heavily by the federal LIHEAP program. This yields a better financial return than waiving bank fees, and the process typically only requires filling out a straightforward application on a state utility portal. Eliminating a $15 bank fee or lowering a gas bill won't single-handedly fund your retirement, but trading 15 minutes of your afternoon to permanently stop an incremental cash bleed is an incredibly efficient return on your time. The reality of the financial system is that no institution is ever going to optimize your life for you. You have to force the optimization yourself. To do that without wasting time, look at this scorecard. We've categorized your exact next steps based on your specific life situation. If you are managing a strict fixed income, ignore the complex state tax rules for now. focus entirely on baseline cost reduction by calling a SHIP counselor for Medicare help and applying for LIHEAP energy assistance. If you are an asset-rich retiree holding significant property, direct your energy toward local tax laws. Your immediate priority is securing your county homestead exemption. And if you are an adult child or caregiver managing a parent's finances, build momentum with low-friction wins first, like moving them to a senior bank account tier and verifying their pharmacy network. Real financial security comes from systematically executing the specific bureaucratic tasks that align with your actual financial reality.